Hey guys, welcome into another testing video. We are currently mining Flux on two 6600 XTs. The average power draw is around 139 watts, and this is the full rig, and I'll just jump into the software and show you guys everything that we're getting in there. Alright guys, we are in the software side of things now. As you can see, we're getting 22.8 sols, which is basically the average that we have been getting over time. As you can see in here, with one thing to note is that it took about 15 minutes to ramp up from when it was booted. It was closer to 22.3, yeah, 22.5 when it was first booted, and then it warmed up to 22.8 on average, although it is still a little bit variable. If we refresh it a few times, it'll probably change. For those people who are just after the overclocks, here they are, around 1800 on the core, and yeah, you can read the rest in there. Yes, we have numbers here, 139 at the wall that we saw at the start, subtract the 17 watts of system idle, which leaves us with 122 watts that the two GPUs are using, divided by 2, 61 watts per GPU, 22.8 sols there, which, yeah, sorry, 22.8 sols, 61 watts equals 0.37 efficiency, or sols per watt. So yeah, coming over to the compare, we can see it just shows up in green. It's pretty good efficiency. It's not great. 0.4 is considered like great for Flux. This is probably the best you can do is a 0.42, and even then most 3070s can't do that. The 2080 Ti can also do 0.4. Not always though, just some of them. Some of them go up to like 100 sols and 240 watts generally in the software though, so even if you were considering that, it would have to be at least 245 like minimum at the wall, which to be fair to my numbers up the top, these are all wall numbers, so yeah, I have to use wall numbers for the whole comparison. Yeah, so around a 0.4 for the 2080 Ti and 3070. 3070 Ti is close. It's a bit better than the 6000 series cards here, but yeah, all actually pretty good on efficiency. Definitely not as bad as like these cards here, the 5700 XT and the 3060, 3080 Ti, 3090. So yeah, reasonably efficient, we'll say, on Flux, but not super efficient as they are on, as these cards are on some other algorithms like Ethereum and Ravencoin and Ferro. So yep, these are the overclocks. Once again, they were shown in the other document as well, but yeah, just so anyone who wants to copy them can just have a look at those. If you bump up to about 720 pixels resolution, you should be able to read all those numbers off there. And yeah, it's pretty decent performer overall. You can see the hash rate on average at the pool. Well, the hash rate now is quite variable. You can see it like spikes up to 72 there and then drops all the way down to 22.9 there, but the average has been, like you can see, 45, 44, 47, 44.8, 46. So that's a 2-hour moving average, in which time I have rebooted, like, because the first 10 minutes, so that's not a full good average, but yeah, either way we're getting the full hash rate coming across. This is another way to compare the GPUs across the board. So we're getting a 0.37 efficiency, and in here we have these cards that are listed are getting 0.38 at the most, but they also have some incorrect numbers because we know the 2080 Ti can do a lot better than 63, hash and uses more than 183 watts to get that better hash rate. And also the 3070 can do a bit better than that. So yeah, can't fully trust these numbers, but just to get like more of a gauge of where we are, like 0.37 would be here, you know, right up the top. So it's still good efficiency on this algorithm. It's just not the best. And again, over here, 0.4 is the best on this chart. Still some kind of funky numbers. The 2080 Ti doesn't even seem to appear here. So yeah, they don't have, just search for it quickly. Doesn't look like they have the 2080 Ti, but yeah, either way they have 0.4 as being the maximum efficiency of any card, and we're setting about a 0.37, so pretty good efficiency. And then I'll just reference my last video. So I had 22.8 sols at 62.5 watts, and what are we at now? 22 point, what did I write down? 22.8. Yeah, so same hash rate, and I've dropped 1.5 watts from it. Honestly, I would contribute some of this to the memory clock going down, and then some of the voltages I adjusted down, but I would also contribute some of it just to updates in miners, making them slightly more efficient. So Gminer, within the time that I did this, March, it's been over or just over 3 months, so I imagine they've probably put an update out, and that has affected the power draw on Flux. Maybe just a slight little bit, but yeah, either way it's had some small effect. So now instead of a 0.3648, we are getting a 0.3738. So yeah, any increase in efficiency is good. That's pretty much all I have for this video. Yeah, so reasonably good performance, not the best, definitely not the worst, not even close to the worst. Just not specifically high hash rate, but it is pretty efficient. Yeah, that's all I got for this video. So if this helped you out in any way, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel, and have a great day. See ya.